All right, so here are some of the things you're going to need. You're going to need like a 4-gauge wire. This one has uh, loops on both ends, connection points on both ends. You're going to need your DIN 25 connector. You're not going to need, mine came in a pack of 2, so I got all of this stuff with it. This is a female port. I can't got 2 male connectors. So here we're gonna use this, black or red, your choice. You can order the combination. I got a kit that came with 2. You can buy just one. Heavy duty vinyl electrical tape is what I recommend. And then we're going to be, and regular electrical tape, which I don't have out here. And this is what I'm going to use. I'm going to use a grounding block. I'm going to drill out the hole to 5/8, which will leave me a little bit of sidewall, but not that much. So when I go to put the set screw back in, I'm not going to go for super tight. I'm going to go for snug. And then these are another option. If you want to go with something like this instead, in order to combine your wire here to this, you could probably put it through the nut and then connect it to the end. This is all if you don't want to take apart your spool gun, which is my goal. I want to keep the spool gun in one piece. I have opened it, and the gas and the block actually connect in the back. So let's get started. All right, so I took a 5/8 drill bit and I drilled out the hole of the grounding block, and it is a perfect fit. Now it did take a little bit of rounding because this is 5/8, so I was fitting it in, drilling a little bit more, fitting it in, drilling a little more until it's nice and snug in here. Now I haven't tightened this down, but the grounding block should do well. And then on this hole right here, I will attach the lead, the wire, and then from there I'm going to put on the DINSI cable connector. All right, so inside of here, which I didn't record, I've done a terrible job recording this, but so you guys can tell, what I did was I used my block inside of here. I screwed this to the block with a 1/4 20 bolt and nut, and then I cut this shorter, about half, and then trimmed it back enough to put on the other piece, and then it went into this. Oh, that's backwards. Make sure you slide this over, but if you squeeze it, it will fit over this part. And then you're going to fight with getting it over this, but it's doable. It's not that difficult. And then what I used, once I got that together, I used some rubber tape, and then I just used a little bit of Gorilla Tape just to prevent it from sparking out in any way, shape, or form. This is to give it some electrical protection, and this is to give it some protection against abrasion. So when it's sitting there, if I throw it in a box, when I'm not using it, I don't want it to create little holes that will eventually spark out. So that is the completed version. Now what you can do with this is just plug it directly into your positive or negative lead, rather than using the little jumper that they have that goes to the block inside of here. So inside of here there's a block, and right now I've got my MIG wire running through the cord through the gun. But if I don't want to MIG and or if I don't want to use steel and I want to use my spool gun, I can now just directly plug in the spool gun into the respective spots. So I mean, it would be positive, but I don't need to use this lead anymore. I could just plug it directly in here to get the positive lead, and then I can just move the negative over to the negative ground, and I've got my my setup without having to remove the MIG wire every single time. Here is your controller wire. So the controller for the MIG gun plugs in here, so switching that out is not a problem. And then I'm still gonna have to run in my gas line in here for the spool gun, because the spool gun has a separate line for gas. All right, and that's pretty much it.